Good evening and welcome to the second semifinal on the women's side between Chipola College, defending national champions, and Northwest Florida State. Chipola, the Panhandle Conference runner-up. Northwest, the third-place team from the Panhandle Conference, 20-9 overall. Give you the starting lineup. It's number 1, Tia Sanders. This is for the Raiders. Number 21, Chammy Goodman. Number 23 is Brittany Snowden. Number 10 is Abria Harris. And 20, Brady Kennedy Hapote. The starters for Northwest Florida State. For Chipola, number 4 is Raven Baker. Number 12, Barbara Johnson. 23, Aisha Edwards. 32, Rosemary Julian. And 34, Cynthia Petke. Chipola routed Eastern Florida State by 39 in round 1, while Northwest Florida State took out the nation's number 2 team, Daytona State, by 17 in last night's fourth and final quarterfinal. Chipola wins the tap. Edwards with the ball, guarded by Goodman. Chipola won all 3 meetings during the regular season. They beat the Raiders 8 times in a row. Petke missed that one. Rebound by Harris and taken away right off the bat by Baker. Baker finding Edwards. She'll fire from the baseline. No. Rebound by Brittany Snowden, who had a double-double last night in the victory for Northwest. Two teams have met each of the last 3 state tournaments, 2 of those in the championship game. Chipola winning all 3. Over the last 48 meetings, Chipola's won 28. Ball taken away by the Indians. Edwards, baseline cut off. Julian driving. Hands back to Edwards for 3. No. Rebound tipped up in the air by Sanders. Slapped again. And off of the Raiders. Be Chipola ball. Chipola with an 8-game winning streak. That's currently the longest of teams left still in the tournament. Broward went down. They were on a 9-game streak. They lost by Gulf Coast. Edwards drives and lays it in. So 1 minute, 10 seconds into the game. Chipola on the board. One of those time-consuming football drives, all the possessions they had. 3-pointer by Harris. Nope. And rebound grab by Hapote. She fires to Sanders. Inside of Snowden. She's hit and a foul. Going to be on Johnson. Last night, Northwest was 7 of 14 in the first half from 3-point range, 0 for 7 after halftime. They had an 18-point lead, let Daytona come back all the way and tie it. They then outscored the Falcons 22-9 in the fourth quarter to pull away for the victory. It's 23-4 at the end of the first quarter. Raiders scored 20 straight in that one. Chipola had a pretty easy time all throughout the game, and their blowout of Eastern Florida State, I believe that was 23-4 at the end of the first quarter, or something close to it. All that matters, it was pretty much a beatdown. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound grabbed by Goodman for the Raiders. Like I said, 28-20 over the last 48 meetings. That goes back about 9 years between these two teams. But 8 straight for Chipola and 11 of 12. Julian knocks Snowden to the deck. Indian crowd saying she tripped. State wrestling tournament is starting today in Kissimmee, so been good down there. It's in Kissimmee. Moved from the mausoleum that is the Lakeland Center. A 3-pointer by Sanders. She's off. She had 14 in the first half, didn't score. Took a shot under the eye. You can still see she has the patch under the eye. And we have an offensive foul against Harris. So 2-1, 7:47 to go. Opening half. Last time these two teams played, Chipola won by 22. The other games were much closer. I believe 7 and 11, if I'm not mistaken, or close to it. Turnaround, Petke missed it. Rebound by Sanders. Like I said, Tia Sanders, 14 last night. Goodman against Julian. She drives off the window, rattles out, and nobody touches it, and it's Chipola thought that it was off the Raiders. They let it roll out. It turns out to be a mistake. There's Snowden. Drives, missed it. Loose. Edwards picks it up. Edwards back the other way. She's a lot of contact so far between these two teams. Petke, nice pass from Baker, and Petke lays it in. Petke and Edwards both had double-doubles last night for Chipola. Snowden had a double-double for the Raiders. Apote had a tremendous game down the stretch. Raiders haven't scored a field goal the first 3:15 of the ball game. Chipola only giving up 51 a game. Right on cue, dreaded announcer Jenks, as Goodman scores the first field goal of the night for the Raiders. Going to see 32 Aaliyah Rice check in momentarily for the Raiders. Edwards. In the corner, Julian fires a three off. Late charge out there by Snowden, recovered by Sanders. She gets it ahead to Harris. Harris against Edwards. Edwards swipes at the ball, and Harris goes in and lays it in. And the Indians trail as Northwest takes its first lead of the game, 5-4, here in the first half. Three-pointer on the way, and a foul. And it goes in. Wow. The iron very kind. So the three-pointer is good by Baker. Then you have a pushing foul on Harris, so it'll be Chipola ball on the baseline. So 7-5. Harris with her second personal foul. Johnson missed it. Johnson played very well in the second half last night. Sanders called for her first personal foul, third on the Raiders. Winner of this gets Gulf Coast State tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern in the championship game. Winner of this game will qualify as a zone qualifier. Remember, two teams guaranteed bids from Region 8. I think everybody was pretty sure they'd get two regardless. Obviously, they get two regardless. And then some people thought they had three locked up, but then Daytona State upset by the Raiders. So anything can happen in Region 8. Here's Rice against Petke. Forces it, no. Crowd wants a double dribble. Petke rebounding it. Out ahead, Julian lays it up and draws a foul. Julian had 12 in the first quarter last night. Really got her team going. Julian's free throw is off. Julian 1 of 2. Raiders by 5. 5:27 left, quarter number 1. Goodman, they let her go free, and she's called for the charge. So the foul's first on Goodman. Starting to rack up the fouls, both sides here in the early going. Actually, that's 5 on the Raiders, 2 on the Indians. Misread the scoreboard. I was shielded momentarily. Johnson. And she throws it right to that gentleman on the front row for the turnover. 10-5. Can Northwest snap an 8-game losing streak at the hands of the Chipola Indians. A lot of people who play them that many times would have an 8-game losing streak. So nothing to be ashamed about at all. And another turnover, the offensive foul on Rice. That's already 6. Ray Tulloch checks in. Immediate timeout. 10-5. Chipola on top. 4:46 left, quarter number 1. All right, out of the timeout. 10-5 in favor of Chipola. Waiting for the sponsors to come out of commercial. I don't know what the delay there was for. Petke missed it. Gets her own miss. Julian. Johnson driving. Layup. No. And they get Tulloch for the block. Raider fans not happy about that. They thought Tulloch was set. Free throw good by Johnson. Free throw off by Johnson. So 11-5, 4:25 left, first quarter. Fuller already 5 of 6 at the foul line. Northwest's been called for 7 fouls so far. And Petke called for the foul. Officials, fans, both sides hollering, saying they're out of position. It is what it is. They still got it. Goodman with the ball, guarded by Johnson. Here's A.C. Powell. She played pretty well last night for the Raiders. Sanders against Baker, down inside. Tulloch lays it up and in. Nice pass from Sanders to Tulloch. That's her first points of the game. Raiders down 4. 3:45 to go, quarter number 1. Winner gets Gulf Coast. Also, winner qualifies for the national tournament. And a charge on Julian. This time Tulloch takes the charge. I thought she took the one a moment ago as well. 2 on Julian, so she'll head out. Tierra Phillips enters for the Indians, number 41. Like I said, must win for Northwest. 20-9. 9's too many losses. They're not going to get an at-large bid. Must win if they want to go to the national tournament for the 4th consecutive season. Tulloch, nice maneuver. Tulloch's got 4 straight. 11-9. Edwards, cut off, throws it up. No, it's loose. Petke, offensive rebound. They want to travel. They said the ball was not in her possession. 3-pointer rims out. It's tipped up in the air. Petke with another offensive rebound. Johnson misses. Petke tried to get another one. Not Petke, Phillips. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Raider ball. Both these teams had huge rebounding edges yesterday. 15-plus positive margin. Chipola was 4 for 17 in the first half from three-point range. They really struggled shooting it overall. It didn't really matter because they were up by so much. They've made 241 threes during the regular season. That's second most behind Daytona, who was horrible last night. 4 for 25. And they shot 38%. As the miss, we got a tie-up in the backcourt. Johnson had the rebound. And it'll be Raider ball. Chipola fans not happy with the call. Tulloch inside against Petke. Rimmed off. Rebound Baker. And taken away by Goodman. Goodman back the other way, and we got a tie ball game. Goodman with 4. And we're tied at 11. Edwards off the window, good. Raider fans wanted to travel, no call, 13-11. This is one of those games going to be a war of attrition. You can just tell they're getting after it. No secrets between these two teams. Powell for 3, missed it. Raiders have missed 10 straight over the last half and the first 8+ minutes from beyond the arc in this game. After going 7 of 14. Edwards missed, rebound by Snowden. 13-11. Tulloch comes to screen. Sanders, nice, ooh. Kind of a little bit of a miscommunication. Looked like she had her open, but the ball did not get there. Turnover for Northwest. Phillips, Edwards, Johnson, Petke, and Baker for the Indians. Powell, Tulloch, Sanders, Snowden, and number 2, Adele Allen, her first appearance. She played well off the bench last night. Double-figure scoring effort. Hit a couple threes. Ooh. And a charge on Phillips. Snowden takes the charge. That's 3 charges taken by the Raiders in the opening quarter. Minute 9 to go. Quarter number 1. Phillips, good defense, and Allen stepped out of bounds. I'm glad she didn't get hurt because that step that comes out, very dangerous. I saw somebody tear up their ankle hitting that. This gym's had the chairbacks, I want to say 5 years. I've only seen one person really wipe out on one of those, but there's been a lot of close ones. And somebody almost hit it face-to-face in volleyball one time. That was really rough. But just missed, which was excellent to see. Edwards gets in, layup, good by Aisha Edwards. She's got 6, 15-11. Indians back on top by 4. Raiders can hold for the last shots if they choose to do so, but they're in a hurry. And a charge on Allen. On our way to a state record for most charges taken in this day tournament game. So we do not have that stat. But just about everything else. All my travels through the state of Florida. Put all that together. Edwards. Layup, good! As the buzzer sounds, and we're going to get a foul as well. Yep, and opportunity for a three-point play. Score the goal. And they get Tulloch for her second foul. So, a lot of fouls both ways. They say there's time on the clock, and that veteran clock operator Paul Gary will get it right. He's only been doing this 988 games. He actually was the scorekeeper for the Decatur Staleys. Like who? Canton Bulldogs, I think he also. Yes, as you can see, if we could get it, well, we're not going to get a shot of him, but this is interesting, watching him do this. Yes, 1 + 2 =, yes. Carry the 1, divided by 6. There we go, yes. And back to 3. There we go. 1.0 point. All that for 0.2 of a second. That's what you call a waste of time right there. I mean, you can't even get a shove. That's the most stupid thing I've ever seen. Talk about waste of time. Jesus. Yeah. All that. You take 5 minutes to put the clock back to 2 seconds when you can't even get a shot off. Ridiculous. Wow. Okay. That rant was brought to you by absolutely no one, but that needed to be called out. Anyway, Indians by 6. Great first quarter for Edwards. We'll be right back. All right, after that test to see if Paul Gary, the clock operator, could figure out how to get 0.2 of a second on the clock, we're back for quarter number 2. Raiders trailing by 6. Three-pointer rattles in by Demi Skinner. Raiders now 2 for 7 from three-point range, 7 of 18 overall from the floor. Leading scorer Edwards, she was 4 of 7 from the floor in quarter number 1. Three-pointer up and off by Powell. The Raiders 0 for 4. They've missed their last 11 dating back to the second half yesterday. Loose ball picked up by Powell. Powell. Tulloch fires the 3. That one's off. Rebound Snowden. Snowden with 4 rebounds now. Shot off. Rebound Snowden again. Draws the foul. They're going to get Phillips. That'll be 2 on Phillips. Chipola out-rebounded the Raiders 11-10 in quarter number 1. Northwest 5 of 13 from the floor, 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. They've already missed 1 this quarter. Rebounds now 13-11 in favor of Northwest. Chipola 6 of 17 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3. 7 points off turnovers so far for Chipola. Snowden missed them both. Raiders 1 for 4 at the foul line. Nick Norris, Skinner. Boy, Skinner really can stretch the defense if she can knock those threes down. She had a couple in the second half. Tulloch takes it away. AC Powell. Goodman inside. Tulloch against Skinner. Draws the two defenders. Ooh, a running start. Refs missed that one, but hey, it is what it is. Snowden lays it in. She's got 3. And a little bit of miscommunication. Raiders take it away. Indians fall asleep. Blocked by Edwards. Edwards and rebounded by Sanders. Gets it to Goodman, and there's another block. Norris came over and got that one. Edwards behind the back. They got Skinner open in the corner. They didn't see her. Now they converged over towards her. I'd say Edwards the best player on the floor so far. Ball knocked out of bounds. Edwards easily making the plays. Julian in. She does have the 2 fouls. So watch her. Have not watched a lot of Chipola games, obviously. But in the ones I've seen over the last 3 years, Coach Greg Franklin has no problems putting his players back in with fouls. And case in point, last year against College of Central Florida, Evelyn Akator got 3 fouls with about 8 minutes left in the first half, and she was able to play foul-free the rest of the way. In fact, didn't pick up a foul the rest of the game. And they needed her because CF did have Thais Oliveira, who's a tremendous player, who signed with East Carolina. I believe Akator also had foul trouble in one of the championship games as well, and he let her stay in there. I think she had 3 in the first half 2 years ago, and then didn't foul the rest of the way. Stolen, recovered by the Raiders. And Skinner picks up the loose ball for the Indians. Johnson into the front court. Jillian, they play hot potato with it. Skinner for 3. Oh, she gets the roll. Demi Skinner, she's hit 2 threes in the quarter. Chipola by 10, 7:15 to go. First half, we'll take a break. Ten-point lead for the Indians of Chipola College. Raiders have got no outside game. Let's see if that. Nope, still unable to knock one down. Missed 5 straight this game. Missed their final 7 yesterday. Missed their last 12, if my math serves me correct. Johnson rattles off. Loose ball foul. Going to be on Norris. It's her first. 6:47 remaining before halftime. Tulloch screens. Powell fumbles it, recovered by Julian, who does have, they missed one there. Pote Deck Johnson. Definitely physical out there. Skinner shuffles her feet. Greg Franklin, Chipola coach, irate about the ball movement. Petke will check in for the Indians. Petke already with 5 rebounds. Scored 2 points so far. Goodman. And another charge. Goodman whistled for the foul. That's her second. "17 fouls already whistled in the first 14 minutes and change so far. Record's in the 60s. I think it's 61 in one game. Glad I wasn't at that one. Back in the 1980s. Baseline cut off. Petke. Julian just from beyond the foul line. Back iron, no. Rebound Sanders for the Raiders. 5.5 to the half. And did they get Julian with her third? They did. Phillips will have to come back in. Remember, Julian had 12 in the first quarter yesterday. She's got 1 so far. It's not really mattering because they're still up by 10. That didn't affect them. Capote. Backing down Petke. Foul line jumper. Harris is short. Edwards with the rebound. Edwards just outran the entire Raider team. She missed, and they get Harris with the foul. So Harris with 3. Harris 3 for the Raiders. Chipola has Julian with 3. Edwards 2 of 2. She's got 10. First player to reach double figures for either side. At 8 in the first quarter. 12-point lead for the Indians. 3-pointer, and the streak comes to an end. There was 13 misses since the opening half. They didn't make any in the second half, and they had started out 0 for 6 here, actually. Ball taken away, picked up. Edwards, takedown, 2 points. Foul call for the foul. One of those old school leg scissors from Championship Wrestling on that takedown. Tampa Sportatorium sold the other day, home of CWF, $695,000 the price. Would have never known that was a sports arena. Edwards for 3, missed it. Rebound by Edwards, got her own miss. She finds wide open Baker, she misses. Capote with the rebound, stolen, I think, recovered. Ball rolls into the bathroom area. Guy kicks it back out. Turnover by the Indians. Sanders, the 9-point lead. They throw it away again. Rebound, turnover stolen by Johnson. Johnson, nice dribbling exhibition. Baseline jumper by Petke is off. It's tipped up in the air. Loose ball foul. Going to be on Chipola, who they ring up now. Phillips. That'll be 3 on Phillips. A lot of fouls so far. Tulloch back in. She already has 2. Sanders. Hands to Powell. And what do you know, another foul. They get Johnson. 2 on Johnson. So, in the penalty, rest of the quarter. The Raiders will shoot. Good. Fans all over these refs about their inconsistency, and I don't blame them. 2 for 2 on that trip for Powell. Her first points of the game. It's down to 7. I haven't seen Chipola play a lot, but I don't recall Skinner playing as much in the first quarter. It's a lot of extended playing time, but she's responded with the 2 threes. Petke. Skinner. Norris gets it to Skinner, and she's called for a travel again. So without Julian, also have Phillips with the fouls. Then you got Johnson with 2. Like I said, the fouls accumulating, piling up already on the Indians. Raiders also, they have Harris out with 3. Tulloch, who's on the floor, has 2. Goodman has 2. Goodman for 3. Norris closes late. Good defense. Petke with the rebound. And she will push it across. Baker. And they throw it away with 2:48 left before halftime. Sanders. Goodman. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Goodman cut off. Down to 7. Raiders standing around. It's going to be a tough shot what they get here. 3, 2, 1. A forced job, and it's off. But there's Snowden with her forced offensive rebound of the quarter. Tulloch puts it up too hard, no. Sanders goes up, no. Snowden again with an offensive rebound, and she'll get 2 shots. That's 5 offensive rebounds in this quarter alone for Snowden. Definitely don't have Evelyn Akatur in there. I don't think that ever happened during her 2 years here. So Snowden back to the line. Good. Snowden 2 for 5 at the free throw line. The Raiders have scored the last 6. They got down by 12. Chipping away. 1 for 2 on that trip. A rebound by Norris for the Indians. Edwards. Hey. And another foul. 2 minutes to go before halftime. .22 fouls already whistled in the ball game. 13 on the Raiders, 9 on the Indians. Edwards drives in, up, and gets the roll. Nisha Edwards with 12, 27-19 in favor of Chipola. That was a big basket because Northwest had scored 6 straight. Big misses at the foul line as well by Snowden. Another turnover. Petke off the window is good. Petke puts it in. She's got 4 points. Three-pointer up by Powell, rims out and in. AC Powell with 5 in the quarter. She got the good shooter's roll, and it's 29-22 in favor of Chipola. Edwards. Norris, here's Skinner. Petke, Skinner. Skinner, cross-court pass. Down to 3 on the shot clock. 2, 1. They're not going to get that off. Been a rough display of offense the last couple minutes for Chipola. Been a very physical type game. Two teams have pummeled each other pretty good. Sanders checks back in. You'll have Goodman, Sanders, Tulloch, Powell, and Snowden, Edwards, Norris, Baker, Skinner, and Petke for Chipola as we wind down the opening half. Down to 3, 2, 1, and it rolls in as time expires for Goodman. She finishes the half with 6, 29-24. Chipola sees the Raiders battle back into it. They're down 12, but the Indians still maintain a 5-point lead heading into halftime. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with statistical information. So Northwest Florida State's outscored Chipola 12-2 here in the third quarter. Goodman with 6 of those points, and they've opened up a 5-point lead. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third. Edwards forces it in. They get it. Sanders almost took it away. Norris, Julian, she drives. Contact with Snowden. They get Snowden for the block. 3:23 to go, third quarter. So 4 on the Raiders, 2 on Snowden. Edwards to trigger it in. Norris through Edwards. Edwards driving, cut off. Loose. Against Powell, she goes, she lays it up, no. And they can't buy a basket. Rice with the rebound for the Raiders. And Julian takes away, flips it, and that was another quick whistle on the player going to the ground. Anticipatory calls. Both teams now been hit by one. Raiders by 6. Allen with Julian. Chipola with just 2 points this quarter. Harris, spin move, nice. Gets in, off, rebounded by Edwards. Excuse me, by Norris. Here's Edwards. 2:28 to go. Third quarter. Lots of contact. Late call on Snowden. That'll be 3 on Snowden. There's a foul, obviously, but the late calls, that's what gets people just irate. So 5 fouls on the Raiders. Chipola has not made a field goal this quarter. Only 2 free throws by Petke. Goodman scored 13, 7 of those in the third quarter for Northwest. Edwards now with 13, 3 of 4 at the line. So Tulloch back in. Must win for the Raiders if they want to make it 4 consecutive years at a national tournament. Remember, zone qualifier in Region 8 this season means top 2 teams automatically get to make the trip to Lubbock, Texas. Timeout. Chipola will take one with them. 37-33, 2:25 to go, third quarter. The Raiders on top of the Indians. Five left, third quarter. Northwest Florida State's held Chipola without a field goal this quarter and just 4 points. They're down 12 in the second quarter at 25-13. Now they have a 4-point lead. Shammy Goodman with 7 of her 13 here in the third quarter. Three-pointer on the way is off by A.C. Powell. And Tulloch grabs the rebound. She's played very well off the bench, as have a lot of the Raiders. They've had a really good supporting cast, and a foul away from the ball. They're going to get Baker. Excuse me, not Baker, Fluker. Here's Powell. Gets in, blocked, recovered by Goodman. Goodman goes back and puts it in. Shammy Goodman with 15, 9 in the third quarter. Northwest Florida State by 6. Minute 35 to go here in the third. Petke. Edwards driving. No, still have not made a field goal this quarter, have the Indians. Fluker, finally. First 8:43 of the third without a field goal for Chipola, yet they're still only down 4. So they weathered that storm. See if they can get going. Steele, nope, taken back by Allen. Allen loses it, picked up by Edwards. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Edwards finding Fluker. Fluker for 3, no. Apote with the rebound. And she's mauled by a couple of Indians. Chipola fans thought she took steps. Going to be on Petke. I believe that's 3. Yes, it is. Northwest just 5 of 11, though, at the foul line. Not really an advantage to go to the line, but we shall see if they can reverse the trend here in a moment. Good. Apote now with 3. Played very well both games. Just a little bit more scoring last night. Scored 14. One for 2. Rebound by Skinner. 5-point lead for Northwest. 16-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Edwards gets in, loses it. Powell picks it up. Powell, she gets in, took a knee to knee from Julia, and that had to hurt. She going to be all right? Be 4 on Julian. That's going to be key. So Phillips for Chipola, Sanders for Northwest will check in. Taking a look, making sure Powell is okay. Checking her out. Take a break. Sanders will replace Powell at the free throw line. Raiders just 5 of 12 at the free throw line. They did hit the 1 of 2 a moment ago. Not great still. Free throw on the way is good. Sanders now 1 for 1 in tonight's game. 6-point lead. That's the largest lead of the game for Northwest. Two for 2. They beat the number 2 team in the nation last night. They've got the number 6 team in the nation concerned tonight. Three-pointer by Skinner is short. It's loose. A lot of contact. Sanders knocked to the deck, and it's out of bounds off the Raiders. I'll tell you, 8 wins in a row for Chipola over the Raiders. Chipola's won 8 straight. Nice play off the inbounds pass. Skinner to Norris, 42-37. Time winding down. Here's Goodman for 3, short. And that'll do it for 3 quarters. 42-37. Northwest Florida State on top. We'll take a break and be back with the final 10 minutes. (42-37), 5-point lead for Northwest Florida State. They trail by as many as 12. Phillips to Fluker. Fluker puts it up. No. Loose on the floor. Ooh, somebody threw a kick. And we got a big pileup down there. Thanks. Somebody throwing a kick down there. A lot of contact. Through 3 quarters, Goodman with 15.6 rebounds, leading scorer for Northwest. You have Stone, 6 points, 8 rebounds. 5 for Powell, 4 for Harris, 4 for Tulloch. 33-30 rebounding edge for Northwest. 16 for 47 at the floor, 2 for 13 from three-point range, 8 of 15 at the foul line officially. Apote, here's Allen. Allen. 4-3, no. It's tapped, picked up by Edwards. Chipola just 12 of 39 for the game. Skinner, nope. Phillips, they lose it. They bat it around like a pinball. And another held ball. And this time it'll be Chipola's. Edwards with 14 points, but she's turned the ball over 6 times. Pecky, 6 points, 9 rebounds. Skinner, 6 points. Norris with 2. Baker with 3. Johnson with 3. Fluker with 2. Julian with just 1. 4 personal fouls. 19 turnovers for Chipola, 15 for Northwest. Chipola 3 for 14 from 3, 12 of 39 overall, and 10 for 13 from the free throw line. 10 of 9 off the bench. Chipola scoring second chance points. Northwest 6-3 points off turnovers. Northwest 16-13. Skinner for 3, short. Nobody boxes out Phillips. They get the miss. Open in the corner. Three-pointer is off. Rebound, Hapote. And the Raiders, this is a must-win for them because I don't believe they're in by any stretch with the 9 losses. Chipola is definitely in the national tournament. I don't think anybody would deny that. But the winner of this game automatically qualifies for Lubbock. Harris puts it up. No. It's swatted around, recovered by Skinner. Here's Edwards. Edwards got Skinner trailing, fires the 3, and that's good. Demi Skinner makes it a 2-point game. 8:05 to go in regulation. Northwest leads 42-30. We'll be right back. Northwest leads. Skinner knocks down her third three-pointer in 4 attempts. She's got 9 for the ball game. Northwest 4 for 16 from beyond the arc. And Harris, joined by Sanders, Powell, Apote, and Snowden. Baker, Fluker, Edwards, Skinner, and Petke for Chipola. Remember, Julian has the 4 fouls. Johnson with 3 fouls and Phillips with 3 fouls. Bote at the foul, and that had to be a double dribble. She tried the Euro step or something. It's a turnover no matter what in any language. Petke against Snowden. Petke took a couple steps and lays it in. Petke with 8. We're tied at 42. 7:19 to go. Powell driving. And offensive foul on Powell. So 3 on Powell. So we're all tied up. Chipola going to try to regain the lead. They trailed by as many as 6 late third quarter. Petke just runs right by the defender. 6:48, Chipola back up. Petke with 10 points, 10 rebounds now. And the Indians have it going their way right now. Can Northwest muster enough offense to get the job done? Nice pass. And laying it in is Snowden, but what a pass by Harris. Snowden with 8. 2 on Fluker. 6 minutes, 36 seconds. Chipola 9-1 all time at the state tournament under Coach Greg Franklin. Haven't lost since the state championship game in 2013 to Gulf Coast. They won 7 straight state tournament games. Edwards. Skinner. Edwards, top of the key 3, no. Fluker, down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer is an air ball. Tulloch runs it down for Northwest, who has a 1-point lead as we go under 6 minutes to play in regulation. Tulloch. They went for the steal, didn't get it. Harris bounces it, and they turn it over. Edwards picks it up. Edwards all the way. Tulloch in hot pursuit, and she lays it in. Edwards with 16, 46-45. Chipola back on top. Best game of the day by far. The games were not as close in men's or the earlier women's. Harris is going to fire up a 3. I don't think that's what they really wanted. And the rebound picked up by Edwards with 5:18 to play in regulation. Edwards against Powell. Edwards. Pull-up jumper. Fluker miss. Petke, nobody blocks her out. 3 Raiders around her, and they're going to call a foul. Raiders wanted a jump ball. They're going to get Sanders. So 5 minutes and 1 second to go. 4 on Sanders. She joins Julian as players with 4. Apote checks in. Powell, Snowden, Goodman, Sanders, and Apote for the Raiders. Baker, Skinner, Petke, Edwards, and Fluker for the Indians. That's where we are. Under 5 to go in the ballgame. Chipola by 1. Edwards against Powell. Inside, Petke, who scored 4 in the fourth quarter. Down is 5, 4, 3, all kind of tie-ups over there. 1 second on the shot clock. 4:32. Now they did a play late in the third quarter where they did a nice play, but they had a little bit more time than this. They throw it up, and it's intercepted by Sanders. Sanders bounces it to Snowden, rimmed out, and rebounded by Chipola. Edwards with the ball. Skinner, 4-3, no. Good job by Johnson to tip it to Petke. Chipola's going to take it under the 4-minute mark. 15 on the shot clock. Edwards, nice pass to Petke, who lays it in. Petke with 12 points, 6 in the fourth quarter, 48-45. Snowden missed it. And Edwards grabs the rebound. 3:20 to go in regulation. Edwards finds Skinner, open for three. No. Rebound by Baker. Petke, two defenders, and they throw it away. With 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Tulloch comes back in, replacing Hapote. 3:09 to go. It's a good one here down the stretch. And we'll have a timeout, 30-second by Chipola. Hey, you got another battery? All right, 48-45, 3 minutes, 9 seconds to play in regulation. Powell. Sanders directing traffic. Tulloch, no. Tulloch gets the miss. She goes back up and lays it in. Gray Tulloch, 48-47, 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. And the Raiders are within one. Edwards, challenged by Tulloch, and Edwards knocks it down. Aisha Edwards, the leading scorer in the game with 18 points, 50-47, 2 minutes, 22 seconds to play in regulation. Goodman, good defense by Edwards, not let her get it, the three. Tulloch again, Gray Tulloch with 8, played very well. It's a 1-point lead for Chipola, less than 2 to go. Stolen by Snowden, she gives it to Powell against Skinner. Powell missed it, rebound by Snowden. She gets it back to Powell. Powell shoots, no. Rebound Goodman. She goes up against Edwards, no. 3 chances they wrote them. Take the lead, and that's going to be all for Sanders. Is that, yeah, or did she step out of bounds? Yep. That's touch foul. That's going to be 5. And that'll be key. Sanders fouls out with 5 points, 5 rebounds. Big loss for the Raiders. Julian, who comes in with 4. Number 32 for Chipola. Also have Norris in. Harris comes in for the Raiders. Skinner goes out. You have Julian, Edwards, Petke, Johnson, and Norris for Chipola. Tulloch, Goodman, Snowden. So 1:35 to play. Edwards. Here's Johnson. Petke against Tulloch. Missed it. Rebound Snowden. And we have another held ball. And it will be Raider ball. So 50-49, huge situation. Tulloch, Harris, Snowden, Powell, and Goodman against Julian, Edwards, Norris, Petke, and Johnson. We are now under a minute to play. 14 on the shot clock. Goodman takes it, lays it in with 54.4 seconds to go. 17 for Goodman. The Raiders got the Indians on the ropes, trying to break an 8-game losing streak against Chipola. Edwards missed it. Offensive rebound, Petke. Another tie-up. This will stay with Chipola with 36.6 seconds to go. Chipola, the defending national champions, ranked 6th in the country. Last night, Northwest took out the number 2 team nationally. Tonight, trying to take out the number 6 team and qualify for the national tournament for the 4th straight year automatically. And Petke turns it over on a travel with 35.5 seconds to go. Amazing. Thing to keep in mind though, Northwest just 9 out of 16 at the free throw line. We'll see if that plays anything. So we'll take a timeout. We got a good one here. 1-point lead for the Raiders. 35.5 seconds left in regulation. All right, 51-50, 35.5 seconds, about a 5-second differential. They beat the Crescent. Threw it just over Tulloch, unable to get the pass. So 29.7 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Chipola wants a timeout, and they'll get it. It's going to come down to the last moment. We'll take a break and be right back. One-point lead for the Raiders, 29.7 seconds to go. Edwards, Petke, Norris, Johnson, and Phillips for Chipola. Powell, Harris, Tulloch, Snowden, and Goodman for the Raiders. Shot clock off. Edwards, the leading scorer for the Raiders, for the Indians with 18 against Powell. She'll back up and fire the three. It's short. Swooping in is Norris. Johnson gets the miss. That one's off. Rebound. And Norris runs it, picked up by Goodman with 9 points. And we're going to have a jump ball, but it's the Raiders' ball anyway. 9.5 seconds. It wasn't a jump. I mean, that wasn't a held ball at all. I mean, that was just an odd call. So they get multiple chances at it. Norris is going to face guard. We're going to get a timeout, Raiders. We'll take one, too. A couple misses. Northwest Florida State, who had to win a play-in game to get into the state tournament against Tallahassee, is 9.5 seconds from qualifying automatically as the zone, automatically making it as one of the qualifiers from Region 8. If they can hold off the Chipola Indians, they would snap an 8-game losing streak to the Indians, and they would end a 8-game overall winning streak coming into the tournament 8-game winning streak currently for Chipola. They would deal the Indians just their second loss in 11 tournament games against Greg Franklin, and also stop Chipola's 7-game state tournament winning streak. We'll be right back. All right, Harris joined by Goodman, Powell, Tulloch, and Snowden. Harris trying to get it in. She calls for Powell. They got to come get her, and they do. They foul Johnson. Foul by Johnson. Powell to the line, 7.8 seconds. Northwest 9 of 16 at the line tonight. But Powell 2 for 2. Oh, excuse me, they're not to the penalty. My mistake. So they still got a couple more fouls to go. Got to be quick. They nearly get the steal. They got to come get her. They do. 4.9 seconds left. So one more and they'll go to the line. Trying to run this clock out. Talk about an upset. Right up against the score table. They get it to Powell. They get her with 4.2. So now it's time for the 1-and-1. So Powell, like we said a few moments ago, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. The Raiders, 9 for 16. Johnson disqualified with 3 points. Baker in. Northwest Florida State. They had to win a play-in game to get into the state tournament. Now they're 4.2 seconds away from going to the national tournament. Free throw good by Powell. Timeout Chipola, 53-50. Northwest on top. We'll take a break and be right back. Powell now with 7 points, 3-point lead for the Raiders. All right, Norris to trigger it in. She'll be face guarded here by Tulloch, Skinner, Edwards, Fluker, and Baker on the court. Edwards gets free. Here she comes. 3 seconds. Wait for the screen. They're out on her. Tulloch slapped the ball. That's it. Northwest Florida State is going to the national tournament. They are going to Lubbock. They had to win a play-in game to get into the state tournament, and they're going to the national tournament for the 4th year. They have knocked the defending national champions out of the state tournament with a 53-50 win. Chipola pretty much guaranteed a spot as well as an at-large. The defending national champions lose for the first time in 9 games against Northwest Florida State. Snaps a 7-game winning streak for Chipola at the state tournament. The 2-time defending national champions will not have a 3rd opportunity in a row in the state finals. That stamps a 3-game losing streak also for the Raiders against the Indians here at the state tournament. 53-50. Congratulations to Coach Tamila McCorvey in Northwest Florida State. They're 21-9 overall. Shammy Goodman's layup with 54 seconds to go is the go-ahead field goal. She finished with a team high 17. Aisha Edwards with 18, but Dre Tullock slapped the ball away from Edwards after she got free to attempt the three. Another turnover. Raiders rally from down 12 in the opening half, pick up a huge 53-50 win. They'll play Gulf Coast State tomorrow night, 7:30 for the state championship. But already the Commodores and Raiders are headed to the national tournament. What a game. Caps a really good day here on day number 3. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:30. Tallahassee, Northwest Florida State for the men's title, 7:30. Gulf Coast State will take on Northwest Florida State. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.